Hello everyone, this is part 2 of checking out the Claminator. We've got a great tide today, a minus 3.6, tomorrow minus 3.4, next day minus 4.1, minus 4.1 the next 2 days. So we're gonna give this guy a run and see how it goes. Let's do it. All right, well, here's the first victim. You can see him right there. Looks like a reasonable sized one, but there's no rhyme or reason at top. Oftentimes I've had monster looking necks up top, and it's the smallest Geoduck. So, but if I'm still a bet man, I bet this is a pretty big one. So I'm gonna go get the Claminator and start digging. I probably should mention I'm out here about an hour and a half before the low tide, and kind of the technique that I think most of the recreational Geoduckers use, you follow the tide out and you dig up close, but as the tide goes out, you get out to where there's beach exposed that isn't normally exposed given the nature of the low tide. So we're going to run this thing through its I'm going to run it through the loops, and good Geoduck. Yeah, I should probably mention I got a little pre-work before I start digging this. You can see all this water here. We don't want that to get in the hole as we dig. So we typically create some diversions to channel that water. All right, well, I'm gonna set the barrel. So what you do is you put it right over the top of where he's at. And we start moving the barrel down. That's where we're going to start. I'm hitting some rock. All right, we're on the hunt again. You know, even the happy Geoduck messes up. You saw how quick that clam came up. And I won't really know until I clean it, because it was in some really dark sand, and but based upon the depth, it's definitely a horse clam, which are definitely not a Geoduck, but they're not bad for chowder. Definitely good for bait. All right, I'm looking for another one. I should probably tell you, these are from a moon snail. They're the clam's biggest predator. Well, beside that, maybe the seagulls. But these guys burrow in, and that's what they leave: sand and all their slime. I'm trying to find I'm gonna try to find one for you guys. But we're still looking, hunting. The little one. Female. She's gonna go back in so she doesn't become seafood fodder. I bet the shell's gonna be thrashed. He's a good one too. Getting there. Out of here. Oh yeah, there she is. There's a beauty. Get this barrel out of here. Fuck. So you gotta fill in your holes. There's one right there. I'm not going to dig him, it's too much water to divert. Oh, pretty cool. Looks like I got a double here. The only thing, the Claminator I'm using, the diameter isn't as big. Heck, I've had barrels that are 3 feet in diameter. And so this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge to keep all the shell intact, but I'm going to do my best and we'll see what happens. Let's do it. Alright, you can see some of the stuff I marked. So I'll continue to follow the tide out, get the ones that are out further. Other than that, too. And all the Geoducks are just really starting to put their necks out. They've been out of water, so they start filtering and spitting. Look at that beauty. Should I tickle them a little? Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to situate this barrel so it doesn't catch the shell as much as possible. Alright, wish me good luck.
No, it's turned.
Found it.
Is there a trick to your camera?
I think it's recording right now.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, no problem. Alright, you can just hit that button again.
Alright.
When your kids were young, did they like them?
Oh, to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. You did?
Yeah, I definitely should wear something else tomorrow.
Yeah. The three of them are girls.
Okay.
So they're not. I saw a hole here. I see this is bubbling up. So I wonder if they went that way. That tide's coming in pretty quick too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Is your hole filling up down below just because of...
No, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to push it a little bit further down.
Oh, okay.
So it's good. It also helps with pulling it up.
Yeah. The camera is continuing to when the
Push
screen
and
is
hold the rest.
okay. He's not inside.
Ever. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
You just tell me when you gotta go. I gotta dig this guy out now. Maybe we'll see him once I dig down here on the outside.
Nice work.
I'm Mark Wilhelm, by the way.
Mark Wilhelm, I'm Rosie.
Rosie, pleasure.
I'm Andy.
Andy.
That's nice little one. Is there?
Teaching us about
Yeah, thank you so much. That was really cool.
I couldn't. So if you see me around, come say hi to Mark or the Happy Goo. Thank you too.
Camera.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure.
I'm gonna look for your stuff online.
That's coming. I got a whole, my website's just about done. Well, thank you again for your help.
Very nice.
Yeah, pleasure. You probably don't know what these are, do you? You know what these are?
No, actually we don't.
Oh, here's a nice starfish. You don't see these very much.
Wow.
So, have you ever heard of moon snails?
Yep.
So they eat the clams. So this is what they do when they burrow down. They basically take all their insides out of their shell, and they have a beak, and they'll just drill into the clam and just suck its inside out.
Yeah.
And so they're very what's the term I want to use? Very salivish but sticky. So when they're down there on top of that clam, this is just sand.
So that's a natural secretion. We
Yeah.
thought we've seen those kayaking and we thought they were like plastic or latex.
No, it's all sand. You can see it's
Okay.
and it's just their
So that's from the worm.
and that's from the moon snail.
The moon snail, yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing.
And there used to be hundreds of moose snails up here. That's what I think they also decimated the steamer clams.
A lot of those down
Yeah, there's one there. If you know, you can eat them, the moon snails, but they eat the clams. So I'm typically not that. I leave them alone, but you'll see them every once in a while, just on the top.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there'll be a shell, and then sometimes you'll see them when they've started opening up around the clam. So at some point he was sitting here. You could kind of see.
Yeah.
So there was a clam in here, and then just over time him doing his thing. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, see, it's all sand.
It's like sandpaper.
You're really scratching our heads.
Well, please, Rosie and
Andy.
Andy, thank you for your help. Yeah, maybe one of these nights. After I do, you'll have some. We make really good clam chowder, of course, but then sashimi. Well, thank you, Andy and Rose. Okay, we'll see you guys. That's the aftermath. Claminator did good for me. I cracked one shell, unfortunately, so we'll get after that one. So it's gonna be some good sashimi tonight. And Berklee the Geoduck dog isn't here today. He's been playing a little too hard, so we're making sure his leg is all good again. But he loves Geoducks, so we'll give him some too, even though he wasn't down here fetching up Geoducks for me. Beautiful day. About 55, 57 degrees. Tide sure is coming quick. So as I mentioned earlier, there's two minus 4.1s tomorrow and the next day. I think they're about 1:45, and then so we'll be out here doing it again. All right, Claminator, you earned your weight. So it's Happy Geoduck approved. Congratulations. I'll be sending you some specifics. Thank you.